Last week, I found a social media account that is making $3,000 per day selling mouth tape. Yes, you heard me right, literally as in tape that you put over your mouth. But would you believe me if I told you that the owner of this account is still in college and that she's made over $50,000 dropshipping using an extremely simple social media strategy? After doing some digging, I found another e-com business that is projecting over $40 million this year, all from social media marketing for nasal strips and mouth tape. Now, you've probably seen some of your favorite influencers wearing these kinds of products, but you probably didn't realize that there are hundreds of people just like you or me cashing in on this trend. All they're doing is dropshipping these kinds of products and using the right social media marketing strategy to make insane amounts of Wi-Fi money. So today, we're going to reverse engineer their entire system, and I'm going to show you how you can use a secret AI tool called Build Your Store that makes it super easy to get similar results like this. But before we get into all that, let's hear how much potential that the GOAT himself, Hormozi, thinks of this opportunity.
How I would launch a no-strip business if I were to launch one. So they currently sell for about 30 cents a strip. $19.99 would probably be a price point that I would look at. Maybe $24.99. I would, we'd split test the price points there. But let's do the math on how much money this would make. If I just did my own promotion, let's say 10,000 people a month would go to a page if I said, hey, check this out. And then we converted 5% of traffic, then we would have 500 buyers, 10% churn. That means that every month I would sign up 500 and then I'd lose 10% until we reached 5,000 users. I would be at 5,000 users a month. And if my price point was $20, so I'd probably make say safely, just say we make $16 gross margin on a $20 product, $80,000 a month, $1 million a year in profit from the no strips.
Oh, and speaking of the GOAT, you guys might like this. So first, let's take a look at what these guys are selling so you fully understand the product. Hostage Tape is a company that makes mouth tape and nasal strips. I know it sounds a little weird, but these products are meant to prevent you from breathing through your mouth. And that's because there's a bunch of research out there that shows that while you're sleeping, if you breathe through your mouth, you'll end up looking like this or have apnea or other health issues. What the fuck? And let's be honest, nobody wants to look like this. Now, Hostage Tape took advantage of this recent social media trend of trying to live a healthier life, and it really propelled their company into the spotlight. They've partnered with the UFC and Joe Rogan's podcast, and they have over 100,000 users. So the big question is, why does this product work so well on social media, and how can you take advantage of it as well? If we look at their Instagram page, almost every post includes a photo with someone either wearing black tape over their mouth or their nasal strips. These videos are striking because the tape's pitch black color really stands out. Like this girl who made $50,000, her video is really eye-catching because that black tape makes it feel like she might be getting kidnapped. I guess maybe that's why they call it hostage tape. These videos capture your attention immediately. They also do a great job of educating you on the problem and showing you proof about people who have changed their life from their product. They jump on the trend of living a healthier life, and they're also using a really cutty marketing strategy that I like to call throwing rocks. Throwing rocks is basically where you throw rocks at some other group of people who are the opposite of you or your audience. In this case, they're throwing rocks at mouth breathers. They do this by showing that mouth breathers look like this, and that makes you not want to be a mouth breather, which is why this strategy works so well, and they're making millions off of it. The big brands have done a really good job with influencer marketing. You probably know about Hostage Tape because of guys like Hormozi, Joe Rogan, or other influencers. Influencer marketing is a great strategy if you decide to sell physical products, because sometimes you can find micro-influencers with around 10 to 50,000 followers who are totally broke and willing to promote almost anything for money. Look, I messaged this account and they said that they're willing to share it on their story for less than $100. Another key strategy that this girl used to make $50K in 2 weeks is running an ad campaign. Imagine a world where you could spend $1 and make back $5. As a business owner, when you're able to crack that, you have struck gold. You can then scale up, spend $10,000 and make back $50, and so on. And I'm going to be showing you how to do this later in the video, especially the art of creating winning ads. Because this is where I see most people who use this business model make the biggest mistake. They have no idea what they're doing when it comes to creating content and creating ads that get people to stop, look, and want to buy their product. And guys, this is where the huge window of opportunity is for people like you and me. With this business model, you never have to worry about shipping the product or holding inventory or any of that nonsense, because we're going to be using dropshipping. And before you go and roll your eyes, hear me out, because I'm not one of those fake gurus that's trying to sell you some dropshipping course. As you guys know, I advise people on how to grow an audience online and make money from their audience. But dropshipping is a great way to capitalize on that and make some easy bread. If you don't know what dropshipping is, basically it's when you promote products like nasal strips or mouth tape and you have an online storefront. Then, when a customer places an order from you, you send the order to a third-party dropshipper and inform customers that the products are on their way. The rest of the product fulfillment process is completely out of your hands, which is beautiful. And building all that yourself might sound a little bit complicated, but trust me, there's an easy solution to this. We're going to use a website called Build Your Store AI, which is a part of AutoDS. Both are owned by Fiverr, so you know they're legit. Build Your Store is a platform that helps you streamline the dropshipping process. It integrates with Shopify, and it can help you with sourcing, fulfillment, inventory, pricing, branding, pretty much everything under one roof. And the reason that's important is because then it gives you more time to focus on the important part, actually growing your business. So our first step is to come to Build Your Store AI and quickly sign up. This is a really cool tool because they're going to AI generate our entire store for us. Once you're in, you're just going to choose a niche, and I'm just going to select sports and fitness because it's pretty close to health, and then these images that feel like a healthy vibe. Then Build Your Store AI tells us to sign up for Shopify. If you don't know what Shopify is, basically it's the easiest platform to host these kinds of products on, and I'm going to show you how to use it the right way. But first, just keep following these instructions. You're going to integrate Build Your Store into your Shopify so that it can auto-generate that store for us, and then also add AutoDS into this so that you can use that as well. Great, so now this is one of the fun parts. We're gonna actually find products to list on our store from dropshippers. So we can do that from within AutoDS. We're just gonna come over here and we're gonna search for nasal strips or mouth tape. This is a very trusted brand that will probably do well on our website. Under this trending product section, you can actually see the amount of sales that each product has. And oh look, that's actually hostage tape. So you could technically sell hostage tape on your dropshipping website just by marketing it. So now we're just gonna import these over to our store and they're gonna populate for us. And then check this out. This is where the Build Your Store magic happens. They're gonna auto-generate that entire store for us, so we don't have to waste time doing it. You're gonna click here, and here is our store. I already love how this feels on brand for us. It feels healthy, it feels natural. I like the colors. Obviously, we are gonna need to tweak around some of this wording, so let's just come in here and type in, don't be a mouth breather. And then you can actually come down here and see that we can customize the reviews on our website. That's gonna help add some credibility once we start getting reviews. And just remember, this is literally the funnel that people come to from wherever you're pushing traffic. If it's TikTok or Instagram, this is going to be that landing page where they come and actually decide whether or not they want to buy what you're selling. So I would recommend customizing it and just making sure it really speaks to your target audience. On that note, we're also going to need to choose our pricing for these products. Now, obviously you want to make a profit, and you can do that very easily with dropshipping, but you don't want to go too far off where people are like, why would I ever pay $50 for 10 mouth strips or whatever it is? So you want to be smart about how you price these things, and one of the best ways you can do that is basically just to go look at what some of your competitors are pricing it at and make an educated decision from there. And look how easy they make it for us. We can come back over to our products and see what this actually looks like live on our landing pages. I mean, I think that this looks great. With this tool, you're able to see and track all the orders under one roof. Super simple website that tracks everything for you. And then, to be honest, this is one of my favorite parts because I love content. We can come over to the ad spy section and actually spy on the other ads and content that people are using to have success selling these same products. Overall, it's really nice for us to have all of this in one place and organized so that we can free up the rest of our time to spend on the most important part of this business model. And this is where I think most dropshippers kind of mislead you, is they tell you how to do all this stuff, but they don't give you any actual advice on how to sell it. The most important part of this entire operation is that you get eyeballs on your products. So let me show you how to do that. Great, so our next step is to actually come up with some content that triggers the algorithm so we can get views on our products. And I went ahead and found some of the best posts in this space that are performing well. I mean, this stuff is going crazy viral, and we're gonna use it as inspo because good artists copy and great artists steal. To make something like this, all you need is an iPhone and one order of your product. You're gonna come into your room, you're gonna set up some good lighting and maybe a microphone if you're gonna be recording. When it comes to creating winning ads like this, I would focus on 3 things for your content: the hook, the delivery of the problem that your product solves, and the payoff. The hook is where you hook your viewer. Luckily, with this product, since it looks like you're already getting kidnapped, that's really a good hook to start with. But now we need to deliver some information on why people need this product. So they buy it, of course. You're gonna wanna mention the benefits, the fears, and you're gonna wanna talk about mouth breathers here. And then finally, the payoff is where we make the viewer feel satisfied that they watched this content. A simple way that you can do this would be by saying, so if you don't want to be a mouth breather, make sure to get yours today. Now, when it comes to the dropshipping business model, only 3 things matter: views, website clicks, and sales. We already have our website thanks to Build Your Store, but how do we get views if we're not already famous? And don't worry, this is where I got you. Because if you don't already have an audience that trusts you, you're gonna need to find a way to manufacture views. And this is where ads can come in. Ads are great because when you do them right, you can spend $1 and make back 5. That's $4 profit every time you spend $1, and this is called your ROAS, or return on ad spend. There are 3 types of ads that I would be focusing on for this kind of a product: influencer marketing ads, Instagram boosting, and TikTok ads. Influencer marketing is when you pay an influencer to share your content or promote your product. Sometimes this can be the best use of money because people trust influencers that they follow way more than some random cold advertisement. To do this well, just reach out to brands or faceless accounts, and for mouth tape, I would try hitting up anyone in the health and wellness space specifically. You already know that a lot of these hot yoga chicks are gonna say yes to a few $100 in exchange for jumping in front of the camera in their little spandex outfits and throwing some black tape over their face. Next, let's talk about boosting on Instagram. And it's funny because some people think that this is a secret method that nobody else knows about, even though there's a big bright blue button under every post that says boost post. To do this, you'll just come in and target a specific audience. You get to set the gender, the age, the location, and for this, we obviously want to be targeting people in cities and country who have a lot of a disposable income. We want our target audience to be valuing their health, so places like LA, New York, London, Miami, Scottsdale, you get the point. And then you're gonna wanna enter some keywords that your healthy audience are interested in. So health and wellness, sleep, fitness, etc. And then finally, just set your daily ad spend. And it's cool because this number shows us how many people our ad is going to be shown to daily based on how much we're spending. And one note, guys, I've noticed that it's best to start small and scale up with this because it can take a few days for Instagram to find your ideal target audience. So I wouldn't recommend just jumping in there and spending thousands of dollars on day one. Lastly, we can run TikTok shop ads, and you can still get a great bang for your buck here with these. And it's really similar to what we just did on Instagram. Basically, you come in, you set up your campaign, you find your audience, you set your budget, and I'm actually going to be doing a full video on running TikTok shop ads in the future, so make sure you're subscribed because I'm going to keep dropping sauce so you never have another sleepless night like this. So look, guys, this product is great, and if you market it well, then you'll make some good cash. But the truth is, a lot of people out there are gonna watch this video, and there are already some people obviously crushing it in this space. I tested some ads and I did get some decent traction, but it's really impossible to outspend the other dropshippers who are already at the top of this with millions of dollars in their pocket. Where the real opportunity lies is for you to find new products that you can scale up and dominate the niche in. My point is, you want to be using this same framework for your new product in a different niche. For example, this person makes hundreds of thousands of dollars a year selling notebooks. Guys like Jordan Welsh and David Fogarty sold massive e-com companies in dropshipping using similar frameworks. So now it's up to you to use this model and get creative with it. Just remember that like any business model, this is a marathon, not a sprint. So I'm excited to see where you guys take this over time.